Join me as I dive deep into the milk supply crisis and uncover what's really going on behind the scenes. Milk, it's one of the most ubiquitous staples in our modern food system. And yet, recent trends have caught our attention, making us wonder what's really going on behind the scenes. From media reports of dairy farmers struggling to stay afloat, to empty grocery store shelves, and even celebrity-backed plant-based milk alternatives, it's clear that something is amiss. Production issues are a significant challenge facing milk supply. Think about it. Dairy farming is a complex process that requires precise planning, careful management, and a whole lot of resources. Anything from weather events to disease outbreaks can disrupt the delicate balance of milk production, leading to shortages and price fluctuations. And that's not all. Supply chain disruptions are also a major concern. With the rise of e-commerce and just-in-time logistics, the transportation and storage of milk has become increasingly complicated, making it vulnerable to delays and breakdowns. Furthermore, consumer demand is shifting, with many opting for alternative milk sources, such as almond, oat, and soy milk, which can further strain traditional dairy supplies. But that's still not the whole picture. Shifts in consumer behavior, like the growing demand for organic and grass-fed milk, are also throwing a wrench into the works. This requires dairy farmers to adapt their production methods, which can be a costly and time-consuming process. In addition to these challenges, the milk supply chain is also grappling with issues like food waste, packaging innovation, and sustainability concerns. It's a complex web of factors that all impact the availability and affordability of milk. Climate change is another crucial factor contributing to the current state of milk supply. Rising temperatures and changing weather patterns are affecting crop yields, water availability, and even the health of dairy herds. Economic pressures on dairy farmers are also mounting, with many struggling to stay profitable amidst fluctuating milk prices, rising production costs, and increasing competition from large-scale industrial farms. And let's not forget changing consumer preferences. With the growing awareness of health and environmental issues, many are rethinking their dairy consumption habits, opting for plant-based alternatives or reducing their milk intake altogether. But what's the most significant insight or turning point in the milk supply narrative? For me, it's the fact that the dairy industry is at a crossroads. On one hand, we have the traditional, family-owned dairy farms that have been the backbone of the industry for generations. On the other hand, we have the rise of large-scale, industrial dairy operations that prioritize efficiency and profit over environmental and social concerns. This dichotomy is reflective of a broader tension in our food system, one that pits local, sustainable, and humane practices against the needs of a growing global population. Another critical factor is the role of policy and regulation in shaping the milk supply landscape. Take, for example, the recent trade agreements and tariffs that have affected dairy exports and imports. Or consider the Farm Bill legislation that provides subsidies and incentives for dairy farmers. These policies have a direct impact on the availability, affordability, and quality of milk. One major event that has influenced the industry is the 2019 dairy farmers' protests in Europe, which brought attention to the struggles faced by dairy farmers and the need for fair prices and sustainable practices. This event marked a turning point in the industry's awareness of the need for systemic change. In summary, the milk supply crisis is a complex issue with many interconnected factors. From production and supply chain challenges to consumer demand shifts and environmental concerns, it's clear that the dairy industry is facing unprecedented pressures. As we look to the future, it's essential that we prioritize sustainable and humane practices that benefit both dairy farmers and the environment. What do you think is the most pressing issue facing milk supply today? Let me know in the comments below. And if you're interested in exploring more food supply challenges, be sure to check out my other videos on the topic. Thanks for watching.